This exercise is called the 3D hip flexion exercise using a stick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the stick right in front of your body. You have a nice flat back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press straight ahead with my hands, then push my hips back like so to counterbalance. So I'm gonna reach back here. You may feel a couple of pops in your spine, which will feel really good. Have your knees slightly bent. And push back here. Come up nice and tall, just like so, which will feel great for you. I'll do a couple more here. And do as many as needed, or like what your program calls for. And then we're gonna move what's known as a frontal plane. So I'm gonna keep my hips back, and now I'm gonna reach side to side, letting my hips kind of move opposite of what my hands are doing, really stretching out my low back, my hips, all that good stuff there for you. And then once you finish that, we're gonna move to what we'll call the transverse plane. So I'm gonna have my feet hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. I'm gonna take this pole, place on the outside of my right foot, to kind of put it in line with my heel, and I'm gonna push back into the right, and at the same time, I'm gonna let my torso kind of come straight down towards the ground. So when I do that, I'm at a little bit of rotation, and I'll feel a big stretch to the back of my right hamstring, my right hip, and the back of this left shoulder, and I'm gonna come up nice and tall. So I'm really gonna push out and drive down. This is a great stretch for golfers, anyone with low back pain, anyone who struggles with rotation in general, which is kind of like most of us. And once you kind of knock this out, then we'll do the opposite side. And whichever side you're reaching with, so I have this on my left side, I'm gonna place my left hand on top, my right hand below. All right, so I'm gonna push out the side, drive down, that feels really good. And drive back just like so. You may notice one side's a little tighter than the other for you when you do it, which is okay. No worries. We're just gonna work through that position and set you up for success. So again, this is the 3D hip flexion stretch using a stick.